Welcome to morning movement and meditation practice. This is a very simple, sort of self-paced, gentle-ish yoga and movement practice. I start with an affirmation card. That's going to be our theme for the day. And then it goes in 3 parts for 30 minutes. So one part is movement, one part is yoga, sun salutations, and more yoga style poses. And then the other part and the last part is a seated meditation. Very simple. It allows you to feel uplifted, energized, and ready for the rest of your day. And it's a good way to also break up maybe a work day or whatever time it is for you. Do this at your own pace. Anytime you want to take a break, awesome. If you want to skip something, awesome. No big deal. I'm not going to be intently watching you at all. I'm going to be back moving along with you. Today's I am intention is I am committed. I understand the value of hard work and pursue my goals relentlessly. So I am committed. You can borrow this affirmation or you can create your own for your practice too. Either way is good. So let's stand up and do the typical thing we do each morning. Oh, I'm going to move my computer back just a bit. Standing up, there we go. Take your feet pretty wide, turn the toes outward. Bend the knees, soften the shoulders, hands by your thighs. And we start with our breath. As you inhale, draw the hands up to the shoulders. Let's do wheel breath today. Exhale, press the hands forward and down. Again, inhale, drawing the hands up. Slow inhale through the nose. Exhale, stay committed through that breath all the way out and down. We'll do a few more. Deeper breathing than you've yet breathed today. The inhale brings us hands up, hands forward. And we'll do one more solid deep breath. Take your hands down, bend the knees a little bit more. We sometimes start to sneak up. Let's take the chin down to the chest. And then look up. And chin down. Rock your head side to side. The first few movements that we're doing, you could do seated if you wanted. We're moving from head to toe. First starting with breath, neck, shoulders, waist, and onward. So getting into any areas of the neck where you feel you need an extra stretch, hold it there. And then bring the head back up to center. You're going to do a big shoulder roll. So bring the shoulders forward, up, back, and around. Do it again. At the same time here, we're engaging the core. Let's draw the shoulders back, hold them there, make fists with the hands. Long arms, powerful stance. Draw the hands in, up, and around for arm rotations. And you can start slowly. We want to keep those arms flat to the body. And listen to the sounds that your shoulders make. Mine always make sounds in this. This is my favorite movement. Fast or slow, again up to you. Switch directions. Okay, and release the arms. Again, stay bent in the knees. We want to be able to feel the legs, the quads engage as we stand here. Rotate through the wrists. Figure eights. And if you have music you want to play on your own, you can play it on your side. You are muted, so no one else would hear it. But that'd be kind of fun if you like music for your yoga practice, or just listen to my voice. Take your hands then onto your hips or your waist, just off so they're not touching. Then waist rotations, twists. There might be some sounds here too that show up in the lower back, the spine area. Slow it down. At first, feel it. Keep the hips stationary. And as you get more comfortable, we start to grow a little faster. Keep that breath nice and deep. A few rotations with each inhale and exhale. And as we slow this down and make fists with the hands, sway from side to side, and make little taps just above the chest and at the lower back. So now the legs sort of sway, you're shifting right to left. It's called Tibetan body pounding, and it's a detoxifying, simple, gentle movement. Okay, slow it all the way down and bring those arms up, bend the elbows, bend the knees, press the hands back, the elbows back, inhale, pressing side bend, one hand down, other hand across. Lift up, inhale, pressing side bend, other side, exhale, inhale up, side bend, last one. And then reach your hands up all the way. As you bring your hands down, step the feet together. Step one foot back. That back foot, the knee comes up. And we're now heading to our last few movements for this movement portion. You can also straighten the leg. It does not have to be very high. So with our movement, what we're committing to is actually keeping a nice, solid, deep breath. Commit to the breath, and that will help guide your movements and guide your emotions as well. So if we breathe deeply, calmly, that helps to create that same movement style and feeling and sensation in the body. So switch sides, switch legs. It doesn't take long. Other knee comes up. Maybe the leg. And then we do one last kick and we bring it on down. So that's our really basic head to toe movement. Sometimes I add some things in there, different kinds of leg rotations, arm rotations, that kind of stuff. But that was pretty much the basics of what I do for the first section. And now we come to the top of our yoga mat or just someplace where there's space behind us into a standing position. It can be feet hip distance or standing together. That's up to you how you want to stand. But we want to feel stable. So grounding down through the toes, anchoring through all the big toe, pinky toe, and the heel, the little foot triangle. Shoulders can roll back and then lengthen through the top of the head. Feel everything pulling inward towards the midline of the body as you lift up and lengthen, standing up tall. A powerful mountain pose. Palms will press forward or flip so they're facing forward. Reach those hands up. Take the hands together at the top and bring the hands down to your hearts. Let's call in that affirmation once more. I am committed. Setting goals and pursuing those goals relentlessly. We've got this. And let's be committed to energizing and waking up. committed to feeling the sensations and how we want to feel in our lives. Okay, let's reach up with that inhale. Next inhale, reach all the way up, hands up. Exhale, open the arms and fold forward. Bending those knees. I know this is tight in the morning, specifically if you have tight hamstrings or tight back. Hold it here in this forward fold for not a minute, but a few seconds, a few breaths. Bending the knees. We're trying to close the gap between the belly, the chest, and the thighs. And it might be more like a squat. That's okay. Shake out the head. Hands are light. Shift your weight a little more forward into the toes. Maybe even rock side to side, front to back. More of a swaying motion. And come back to a central position. Hands can be on the shins or the floor. Lengthen through the back for that half lift. Exhale, fold down again. Rising back up, open the arms, look forward, bend the knees, and lift. Hands come down to your heart. Half sun salutation, we'll do that twice more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open arms into your forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, taking it all the way down. Rising up, a little more bend in the knees. Open the arms, flat back, lifts you up. Exhale, hands to your heart. One more time, reach up. Open up, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Rising up, look forward, open the arms, reach. Now take those hands behind your back. Interlace the fingers, press the palms together, hips forward, look up. Let it go, releasing the hands next to your side and standing up tall. Arms reach up, we're moving on this time. Exhale, forward fold. We've done this before, keep going. Half lift, already a little more flexible and strong. Exhale, plant the hands. Step both feet back, just walk them back into a plank pose. And we're going to go through some plank down dog, up dog movements. So just take note in your plank pose. Pause. You can take the knees down at any time. That's awesome. No problem. From plank pose, press into the hands, lift through the shoulders, so you create this dome shape. So you're lifting the chest up higher from the floor. Press, look down, tuck the chin, hips up and back to downward facing dog. So your toes are facing forward, of course. What other way would they face? Bending one knee at a time to press the heels down. And we are working on bringing both heels down towards the floor, but they may or may not ever touch. From our down dog, come back to plank pose. It should be about the same distance from hands to feet that you were just in. Keep the toes flipped under. Take the hips and lower them. So you create this little sway in the back. Roll through the shoulders, look forward. It's a floating upward facing dog. You're still on the toes. And you can be on the knees, of course. Look down again. Press and lift through the chest first, then the belly, then the hips. Downward facing dog. And of course, I cue that kind of slowly. My goal is actually to go slower than you'd like. It's like, can't we just speed through it? No, we're taking it slow. And then come forward again. Shift forward. Inhale. Drop the hips or allow the hips to descend. Lift the chest, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Do that 2 more times at your own pace. Up dog to down dog. You don't have to flip over the toes. No big deal. It can be on the knees anytime. Did I just do 2 of them? I don't know. I'm going to do 1 more. And we head back to downward facing dog. Awesome. Let's walk both feet forward, coming to that forward fold again. Feet can be again together or hip distance apart. Just get off of the hands, roll through the shoulders or roll through the wrists, shake out the hands. Lengthen through the back, inhale. As you exhale this time, step your right foot back into a lunge. I'm going to look the opposite of you. Don't worry about that too much. Back heel spins down. We rise up for warrior one. Got it? So I look opposite. Just know your left foot is forward. Shoulders are soft. Then open to warrior two. So right hand back, left hand forward. Adjust the feet, heel toe the front heel so it's in line with the back arch. Warrior two, back hip drops down. Get them level. We'll do a back and forth motion here. Elbow comes to the thigh, front elbow to your thigh or knee, reach up with that back hand. Then reverse that little swaying motion, reverse warrior. Keeping that knee bent, creating power in the legs. Bring it forward, exhale. Can you squeeze the heels together at the same time we're moving back and forth? Reverse warrior again. Good, good. One more time, reverse. Now straighten that front leg. You might heel toe the back foot in just a little bit and reach it forward long with that front hand. Come forward, place it down on the ankle, shin, calf, thigh, floor. So there's a little bit of a hip rotation, a little diagonal will help extend through both sides of the waist. And your hand can be even onto the thigh or the hip up top as we start to feel a little more into the triangle pose. Gazing down or up towards the hand. Rebend into that front knee, lift up. We're just going to pivot to the other side. And if you're facing the back of the room now, you can step too. Just coming to the other side, warrior two. So adjust heel to arch alignment. Ooh, balance. Look forward beyond the front fingers. So now your right finger's in front. Right knee bent. Squeeze the heels active so you feel this power coming up through the center of the body. Take that front elbow to your thigh. Anyone getting some hip pops in here? And then reverse it, reverse warrior. And we do that swaying, nice dance-like motion a few times. We're getting a side bend through both sides as we go back and forth. Core strength, leg strength, and even hip opening. Good. And back to reverse warrior, straightening the front leg. I do take my back foot in a few inches, but making sure the heel is still the farthest point from your body. And then reach forward with that front hand. Soft bend always in that front knee. No hyperextending. Triangle pose. Press the chest, the body back so it's in line with the legs. And we've got both equal sides of the waist extended. I try not to go into my deepest variations in this practice because that's not the point, even though I could. Bend into that front knee, rise up. What are we going to do from here? We're going to actually take the feet parallel to each other, perpendicular to the long side of the mat. Take the hands on the waist, roll them back, shoulders back, chest up. Parallel feet fold down. Take the hands down to the floor. Bend those knees too. Like it can be this wide squat type thing if you want to be able to touch the floor, or walk the hands a little more forward. Both of those ways work. Okay, we're actually going to come down from here. So wherever your hands are, press into them to give yourself a little bit of weight. Heel toe the feet closer together. One knee comes down, the toes and then the knee. And then the other one, toes and then the knee comes down. How are we set up? Let's just cross the ankles and sit back. So you might need to adjust. Oops. Gotta grab my card. You might need to adjust to see me or wherever you are. And it can be cross-legged. You can sit Here we can sit on the heels. There's a lot of ways you can sit to be comfortable. If you have a chair or a wall you want to lean against, that's okay too. So find somewhere that we could spend a good 8 minutes or so just sitting. Sitting, meditating, contemplating, nothing scary. Meditation is very simple. It's not always easy. It's not always something that, it's easy to skip. That's what it is. It's easy to skip. So in this and with this practice, I would love it if we could stay committed to staying here for these next few minutes together. Even if it starts to bring up different sensations like frustration or anxiety, don't worry. In time with practice, the more that we sit, the more that we meditate, the more those feelings start to go away, to disappear. The anxiety, the stress, that kind of thing. So we're letting go of all the external and allowing ourselves to simply listen. To listen. So for the I am committed affirmation, sit up tall. Take a couple deep breaths just to find your center, find yourself grounded. And then if you would like, you can close the eyes or look down. And because this is a pretty powerful affirmation, let's try this. Take one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly where you can feel your breath and feel your heartbeat. And just notice the sensations. Notice a connection between your hands and your body, the connection between your body and the ground. And we can reset our intention towards being committed. Maybe even thinking of a goal or a path that you've chosen. And a reminder today to take those powerful breaths, inhaling the commitment, the drive, and desire to pursue those goals, to head on that path of your commitment. And exhaling, letting go of any self-doubt, negativity, or anything holding you back. If there's something you want, you can definitely achieve it. And you can stay with your hand placement just as it is, or come to a simple, relaxed, hands in your lap or on your knees position. As you continue drawing in all of the positive, the things that you need in order to stay with your commitment. Our goals and our life, even the feelings that we have, are often choices. We can choose to be a certain way, to have certain things. And we can choose to not let anything stand in our way. We can choose to ignore anything that is not serving us in this moment. So we're going to simply sit here for the next few minutes together with our affirmation, our commitment in mind. Breathing in, finding the top of the breath, and breathing out, finding the end of the breath. So please sit with me for a few minutes, and I'll guide you out to conclude our practice in a little while. All right, let's take a deep breath in. Wiggle your fingers a few times, maybe your toes. Just reignite some of that energy back into the body. Slowly blinking the eyes open. Thank you for staying committed to that meditation and to this 30-minute practice. We're going to conclude together by reaching those hands up. Reach. One breath in, and the exhale draws your hands down to your heart. Sealing in the practice, press the thumbs to the heart and inhale once more. Let it go. Again, thank you so much for joining. That was morning movement and meditation practice. I hope to see you again tomorrow and again for more morning M&Ms.